Hey everybody, what's up? This your boy X-Man 1991 coming to you back again with another sports topic. It's November. There's always something to remember. I'm doing a recap of 3 NBA games. I just had to take a little break from it to do my Halloween rants. And if you saw my community post from earlier yesterday, I announced that I will be revealing the list that I got coming for 2026. One of them is my top 10 black YouTubers for February, for Black History Month. And I will reveal these lists like after Christmas. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Shout out to Mike Henry, Jaime, and Katie Filer, and the hosts of the Just a Little Shady podcast, Haley, Jade, and Brittany. A link to their pages, as always, will be in the description down below. And speaking of Mike Henry, make sure you guys keep Mikey and his family in your thoughts and prayers because he lost his step-grandfather 2 weeks ago and they just had his funeral last week. So Mikey, I'm sorry for your loss. If you're here, my brother, if you need me, bro, I'm here for you. We're all here for you, bro. So keep Mikey and his family in your thoughts and prayers as he mourned the loss of his step-grandfather. First, we're going to do a recap of the Vanderbilt Commodores versus the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns outscored the Commodores by 17 in the first quarter. They gave up 10 in the second quarter while scoring a touchdown. At halftime, Longhorns 24, Commodores 10. Longhorns outscored the Commodores by 10 in the third quarter. After the third quarter, Longhorns 34, Commodores 10. Longhorns didn't score shit in the fourth quarter while giving up 3 touchdowns. Final score, Texas Longhorns 34, Vanderbilt Commodores 31. Both teams are now 7-2. Longhorns have 3 games left. This week they're on vacation. Next Saturday, they go against the Georgia Bulldogs. The 22nd, taking on the Arizona Razorbacks. And Black Friday, November 28th, taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. Next, this past Saturday's game between the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics. The Rockets opened up a can of whoop ass on the Celtics in all 4 quarters. They outscored it by 13 in the first quarter, 37-24. Then they outscored it by 5 in the second quarter, 29-24. At halftime, Rockets 76 or Rockets 66, Celtics 48. Rockets outscored the Celtics by 7 in the third quarter, 31-24. After the third quarter, Rockets 97, Celtics 82. Rockets outscored the Celtics by a deuce in the fourth quarter, 31-29. Final score, Houston Rockets 128, Boston Celtics 101. The Rockets are now 3-2 as the Celtics drop to 3-4. Right now, the Rockets are back at the crib taking on the Mavericks. The player of the game was none other than Kevin Durant. KD was the player of the game with 26 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Alperen Şengün needed 1 more assist to go with a triple-double. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Next, Halloween's NBA Cup game between the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls dominated the first half, outscoring the Knicks by 8 in the first quarter, 35-27. Then they outscored it by 9 in the second quarter, 37-26. At halftime, Bulls 72, Knicks 53. The Bulls lost by 10 in the third quarter, 38-28. After the third quarter, Bulls 100, Knicks 91. The Bulls outscored the Knicks by a point in the fourth quarter, 35-34. Final score, Chicago Bulls 135, New York Knicks 125. The Bulls were 5-0 as the Knicks dropped to 2-3. The player of the game was Josh Giddey, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He needed one more assist to go with a triple-double. Cat Karl Anthony Towns needed 6 more assists to go with a triple-double. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. The Bulls lost their rematch against the Knicks yesterday, 128-116. The Knicks are now 3-3 as the Bulls drop to 5-1. Tomorrow night, the Bulls are back at the crib taking on the 76ers. Jalen Brunson was the player of the game. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Cat needed 5 more assists to go with a triple-double. 20 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Josh Giddey got a triple-double. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists. Nikola Vucevic needed 6 more assists to go with a triple-double. 17 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. And now, in the words of my man Spitz 389, what's up YouTube? Your boy Xavier back again with another sports topic, and today we're going to talk some football. Houston Texans football. Now we're going to do a recap of yesterday's NFL game between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Like I told y'all before in my last Texans videos, if you like my Texans videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, share them on any social media platform that you use, whether it's Discord, X, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, any social media platform that you use, share my Texans videos, and I'll be more than happy to share your videos. Follow me on my social media. My links will be in the description, as well as the link to my Rumble channel. Besides Spitz389 and Mike Henry, whenever I upload a Texans video, a link to the pages for Alexa and Maria and Olivia, and Swaggy Reacts will also be in the description down below. All right, let's get him. All right, let's get right into it. The Texans and the Broncos. I was telling the people to keep you and your family in their thoughts and prayers since you lost your step grandfather 2 weeks ago.
Thank you.
Mikey said thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Texans outscored the Broncos by a field goal in the first quarter. They outscored by 3 field goals in the second quarter while giving up a touchdown. At halftime, Texans 12, Broncos 7. Texans outscored the Broncos by another field goal in the third quarter. After the third quarter, Texans 15, Broncos 7. Texans didn't score shit in the fourth quarter while giving up 11. Final score: Denver Broncos 18, Houston Texans 15. The Broncos are now 7-2 as the Texans drop to 3-5. Next week, the Texans got the Jaguars at the crib. A rematch from September 21st. November 16th against the Titans in Tennessee. Monday, November 20th against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. November 30th against the Indianapolis Colts. December 7th, Sergio's birthday against the Chiefs in Kansas City. December 14th, taking on the Cardinals, who the Cowboys are facing right now. December 21st, taking on the Raiders. December 28th against the Chargers in LA. And a rematch taking on the Colts on January 4th. I thought the Texans was going to win this one, but I got to give the Broncos credit because they came to play. Last week they beat the Cowboys, and now this week they beat us. The Texans better win against the Jaguars next week, because if they don't, their season could be in jeopardy and we may not make it to the postseason. I already did a recap of the Commodores versus the Longhorns, the Rockets versus the Celtics, and the Bulls versus the Knicks. So what's up with the Texans when we thought that they was going to win?
Once again, kicking 5 field goals instead of scoring a touchdown. 5 field goals. And not to mention, CJ Swaggy getting knocked out with a concussion. And I asked myself, you be the judge. Should that be unnecessary roughness against the Broncos for knocking CJ Swaggy out of the game with a concussion? Just unbelievable. Now I got to pray, hope it's not too serious, because you just heard what Spitz 3 and I just said yesterday. If we don't win against Jacksonville, then who knows? Our season could be in jeopardy. So you heard what our guy Spitz 3 and I had to say yesterday. But 5 field goals, unbelievable. Just couldn't get a touchdown. And that's why, once again, the offense can't find a way to get their shits together.
Yeah, come on, Texans. You got to at least score at least 1 touchdown. You can't just kick field goals. You got to be able to score a touchdown. Just keep your heads up, Texans. Get your shit together and beat the Jaguars next week. With that being said, that wraps up my recap of the Bulls versus the Knicks, the Rockets versus the Celtics, the Commodores versus the Longhorns, and the Broncos versus the Texans. Mikey, once again, it's always been a pleasure having you when we do a recap of these Texans games. And the people will see you next week. Hopefully I get to see you next month for Sergio's birthday, since you didn't show up for Renee's birthday. Hopefully you show up at Sergio's next month. Because it's almost been a year since I've seen you, since Sergio's birthday last year. Well, we'll see. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for my next Longhorns, Texans, Rockets, and Bulls rant. And I'll be back tomorrow to do a recap of the Mavericks versus the Rockets, the Lakers versus the Heat, and the Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Until then, go Texas Longhorns. Or go ahead.
Is that go Longhorns. And
Hashtag hook 'em. Go Houston Rockets. Go Chicago Bulls. And go Houston Texans. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.